Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. So, today we're going to talk about the best trinkets that a Havoc Demon Hunter can get in Tomb of Sargeras. And we're going to talk about the trinkets a little bit. And, I think this is a great video because trinkets are one of the hard things to pick on what you guys should be wearing. It's very simple when you're looking at gear because you're just looking at stats. You're looking at crit, versatility, haste, mastery. Okay, so if your gear has crit on it and it has any one of those stats and it's better than the other one because pawn says so, it's going to be, that's the item that you're going to use. But trinkets are a whole different thing. Trinkets are really hard to determine. For an example of this, before I get into it, here's my trinket that I'm using. It's an 860. Why don't I wear the 885, 890 that I have? It's because this trinket is better. And it's the way it is. So, let's go ahead and get into the trinket list on what we're going to be looking for. So, there's two trinkets that we're going to be looking for in Tomb for Havoc Demon Hunter. There are other trinkets that drop, but there are two that we're going to be looking for. This first trinket is a great trinket. It's going to be really good. It's Sim's really high. It beats out a lot of the other trinkets in game right now, so that's exciting. It's good, and it's kind of fun too. So, here's the stats of the trinket, and I'm looking at the normal ones, the 900. Obviously, if you get like a 110 or a 115 or a 120 or 115, a 910, 915, 920, things change a little bit, right? So we're just looking at a base guideline. This trinket is better than this trinket, right? That's what we're looking for. So the strengths of this trinket is it has a lot of crit. Crit being our #1 stat overall. Better than agility. So crit is #1 for us. Amazing. This one's cool because every time we melee swing, it has a chance to deal additional fire damage. It's like 100,000 damage. Really, really great. The cool aspect of this trinket, which I think is pretty awesome, is the critical strike chance of this damage, which is the fire damage, is increased by 10% for each ally within 10 yards who bears this item. So anybody in your group that is by you within 10 yards, you're going to get a 10% extra crit chance on that fire damage. That is really, really great. So if you have some melee that are really after this trinket, and you have one and it's like a 10 eye level boost for someone else, or for you, and this guy doesn't have it, maybe let him have it, right? It's going to benefit you. So every time someone gets this trinket, it's going to benefit you for melee, right? Because ranged wouldn't be able to use it. Why? Here's the question. Why wouldn't range want to use this trinket? Ding! You got it! Your melee attacks have a chance to deal additional damage, right? Melee. So if you see a ranged DPS with this trinket, you better tell them to be meleeing the boss because they're gonna benefit you. So come stand by me, right? It's like, just come stand by me. You don't even have to melee hit. Just stand by me, right? So, and you'll get those. You'll find some mythic pluses or something. All right. So the next trinket we're looking for, the best trinket that we can get. This is the best trinket for Havoc Demon Hunters, other than the legendary, which you shouldn't be wearing the legendary trinket because we have better trinkets, or we have better legendaries out there. So, but if you're forced to wear the legendary trinket because you don't have any other great legendaries, it is what it is. But you shouldn't be wearing the trinket. There's probably some cool aspects, like some AoE fights. Okay, whatever. But this is the best trinket that we can get in-game. And it's a cool one. Now, I read this over and over and over. And I'm not 100% sure on what it does. And maybe you guys can help me out in the comments, right? So what this does is it creates a dread reflection at your location for 1 minute. Now, what this does is it unleashes some magic, right? And it deals 500,000 shadow damage over 3 seconds, split evenly among all nearby enemies. It's on a 45-second cooldown. So what this is kind of reading towards me is when you put it down, when you use it, it spreads that. But it stays up for 1 minute. So when you put down your second one, you'll have 15 seconds of overlap. Will the first one then throw out the magic again, and the second one throws out the magic? Does that make any sense? So you're going to be doing, on the second one you do, it will be doing a mill. And for every time then until the end of the fight, it should be doing a million spread out every time you do it, right? Is that kind of how it reads? Do you guys think so? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. But this is the best trinket for Sims that we have at the moment. So, pretty cool. I think this trinket's pretty interesting. And I wonder if there's any ways to, like, you know, summon, like, a million of them. Probably not. But I wonder if there is a way to, like, cheese the mechanic, right? The thing is, it's, you know, it's down for a minute. It's on a 45-second cooldown. I don't know if you could. I don't know if there's anything in game that would like speed up or take away cooldown or anything like that. Oh well. But pretty cool. So those are the two trinkets that we're going to be looking for Havoc Demon Hunter. There are some other trinkets that drop, right? Here's a trinket right here, and it's not bad, but it's just, those are the two best. If you're looking at the other ones, okay, but you know, always be looking for the best items that you can achieve. Those are the two best trinkets out of Tomb. Those are the ones you're going to be wanting. Those are the ones you should be going after, okay? Let me look at one more thing. I'm going to pause this. You guys can probably see this coming up. That's okay. Pause. Okay, we're back. So I wanted to look at the sim list again, and I wanted to see what trinkets were there and what trinkets that we're looking for. So this trinket from Tomb right here, this is the third best trinket. Let's take out the legendary trinket right now. This is the third best trinket in game without the legendary. So number 3. Number 2 is Eye of Command, right? That's just, it's just an amazing trinket. But let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Let's go to Karazhan. And here it is. Eye of Command. That is an amazing trinket. And it's obviously, it scales with eye level. And that's what makes it better. If you get like an X65 one, it's not going to be better. But if you get like an 881, you know, it starts to jump up there pretty fast. So that's something to look at. So it drops. Tomb has the number 1 and the number 3 trinket in the game. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be super cool because, you know, when you look at like Emerald Nightmare, you know, that had, let's look at the Emerald Nightmare trinket real quick. Some of you guys know exactly which one I'm talking about. This trinket right here, people were farming that for days, right? They're like, they kept farming it because it was the best trinket you can get. One of the top trinkets you can get. So it's actually really exciting that, that Tomb has number 1 and 3, and if you don't get an item upgrade, it's 1 and 2. So it's pretty exciting. All right, guys. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Just give you guys some information you guys can find on the internet, and information that you can look at and be done with in 10 seconds. But, you know, some people do not like to look at stuff, and some people just like to listen to people on YouTube. So, and for those guys, I appreciate it because you guys are supporting me in my castle fund, right? Yep, you guys are helping me build a castle. All right, guys. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, do what you need to do, and I'll talk to you guys soon.